Hey guys, welcome to another video. Back in the 1 Series again. It's not gone anywhere. Bit of a shame really, because the most amount of miles are probably done in this car compared to the C43, the Tesla. It's kind of just a workhorse really. You can park it anywhere, take it anywhere, put the back seats down, fill it with crap, go to the skip, and it can do all of that and still be a nice car to drive. Granted, this is the 116D, it is a couple of years old now, and the replacement 1 Series is now on sale. And the question is, should I swap this to that? However, it is a bit of a controversial one in terms of, to car people anyway. What made the 1 Series stand out from all its other rivals in its class? So we're talking about the A-Class, the Audi A3, Volkswagen Golf. Those cars were all front-wheel drive, and the BMW was rear-wheel drive, and it was a bit more fun, it was a bit more engaging to drive, a bit more lively overall. However, with this new 1 Series, apart from the 120D and the M135, which are both available in X-Drive, it's now front-wheel drive, so you don't really get that playful rear slip that BMWs were always famous for. I mean, even though this is a 116D, 115 horsepower, whatever it is, you throw it into Sport, Sport Plus, turn traction control either into Sport mode or turn it off, and you can still get the arse to hang out and have a bit of fun. I love driving this car, even compared to my C43 and the CLA 45. I can feel more through this steering wheel than I could do in those two cars. And it's a real shame with both of those cars, because the steering feel is so numb in comparison. Otherwise they'd be amazing. But BMWs have always been known for that. They are the driver's car. The M2 is a stunning piece of kit. And obviously you've got the M3 and M4. But if you wanted to, you can get the rear to hang out. Whereas with front wheel drive, it's just going to be a bit of a I don't know, we'll have to see. I'll have to get my hands on the new one and see what it's like for myself. But apparently it's not that bad. Word on the grapevine is that even though the new 1 Series is front wheel drive now, it's still better to drive than its rivals, the Audi A3 and the Mercedes A-Class, which again I'm not surprised about. If you were to split those three manufacturers into what they do best, BMW always did handling and the driver feel the best, and I don't think that'll change. Audi used to do the nice interiors, but they couldn't really just go in straight lines. And then Mercedes was a bit of a weird one. They were kind of in the middle. Yeah, I think it's changed around a bit now, because it's Mercedes that are doing the really nice interiors. The biggest before I bought my C43, I was so close to buying an M3 and M4, but what let it down was the interior was just awful. Like it basically looked like this, and this is the base model. So I suppose I'll start with that. The big change for me with the new 1 Series is more internal, because in terms of how it looks outside, on the outside, I don't like it. I think it looks weird. If you took the BMW badges off, it doesn't look like a BMW anymore. It looks like a Lexus or a Kia. But I don't know, let me know down in the comments what you actually think of the look of the new 1 Series, because when I first saw the pictures of the M135i, it was hideous. I did not like that at all. Much preferred an S3 or an A35 in comparison. It is a big revamp on the inside. It's basically got the same interior as the new 3 Series, which great if you've got the 1 Series, but you're going to feel a bit cheated if you've got a 3 Series. Right, so what happened there? The audio just cut out in that whole next section, which is annoying, so I'm going to try and do this this part where I'd stop slagging the car off before it gets dark. I'm just trying to think what I was last talking about. So yeah, the infotainment system. So what you see all here has been completely revamped, and you basically get what you now find in the new 3 Series, and the iDrive system is by far the best in class. It's just really easy to use. Everything's like done in logical order. Nothing's confusing at all, unlike my C43. It's a bit of a faff. You know, the things, it's easy enough to use it's easy enough to use the system in the Mercedes. It's just not as logical as this. I don't have the very latest MBUX system in my C43. However, you do get that in the new A-Class. Touchscreen, just like the new 1 Series. I've used it and it is very good, but you know, if this updated iDrive system, I think it'll be a touch better, but you know what, it'll be down to personal preference on what you've gotten used to. I alternate between Mercedes and BMW. Like I said, this car gets a lot of miles, and when I'm in it, it's just so easy to kind of navigate my way around things. I can do it whilst I'm driving as well, which I can't do as much in my C43. All the material quality as well, I didn't really have an issue in this particular car. It all felt really, really good. The steering wheel and everything like that, the materials on it, you've got a soft touch leather, which is it's so good. Considering this isn't a 135i or an M2 or anything like that, you have such a good driving position and grip with this particular steering wheel. It's just really, really nice. And if anything, in the new 1 Series, it all gets taken up a level. No part of it feels cheap or nasty inside, in terms of, you know, when you start tapping away at things. You know, there are the odd few bits in the Mercedes and the Audi that do feel a little bit cheap. In terms of transmissions, you'll still get 6-speed manual available to you, and also 7-speed double clutch automatic. That's even available in the 116D and obviously the 120D, which will have the option of being X-Drive. You know, of the 4 cars, so I'm talking about obviously the new 1 Series, the Audi A3, the new A-Class, and the Volkswagen Golf Mark 8, which has just been released. What would you pick? For me, the A3 is out of it because that's now due a refresh. It's starting to look a little bit dated. The A-Class, that interior is just, if you're going for the style and kind of the whole futuristic look, can't beat the A-Class. You know, the new 1 Series, the interior doesn't come close to that. The new Golf Mark 8, again, the biggest change there is on the inside. It's completely, you know, revamped. You got the virtual displays. You get more equipment as standard as well on the Golf, which has just been a running thing. You know, if you get more standard in the Golf, why can't Mercedes and BMW do the same? For me, if I can get myself around the way the new 1 Series looks, because I'm not a fan of it on the outside, probably would be the pick of the bunch. Even though, again, it is front wheel drive, chances are it'll still be the best car to drive in class, in terms of, you know, the one day a week you might throw it around some twisty roads. Right, the light's fading on me on this section, so I'm gonna splice back in the other section. The extra large twin kidney grille is being carried across to the new 1 Series that you've now seen on 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, and all their SUVs. With that shorter bonnet, this is where the new 1 Series, it doesn't look like a 1 Series anymore. It looks more like I don't know. I mean, this is the shape that we've been so used to, not just in this particular generation, but the generation prior to this. So it's going to take some getting used to. Anyway, by switching from rear wheel drive to front wheel drive, it frees up some space at the back, particularly the boot. So at the minute, I mean, I've never had an issue with the size of this boot, but in the new 1 Series, you do get a bit more space because of, you know, it being front wheel drive now. and you basically have a bigger boot than you do in the Audi A3 and the Mercedes A-Class, but still not as big as the Focus. And I don't think it's as big as the Golf, but don't quote me on that. As I mentioned, if you're very tall, the 1 Series was never... I'm stuck on something. Right. I'm alright, but as I mentioned, I'm on the small side, so there is in the new 1 Series slightly more headroom because the new car is slightly taller. So if you're 6 foot plus, that might mean something to you. It doesn't really mean anything to me. I was watching a video and the rear, it's not that much different to this current generation, and can get a bit cramped. You can just about fit, and you've got 3 seats here as it is, but it's you wouldn't want 3 full-size human beings in the back of this for too long. Yeah, I mean, from the back, it's the interior of this is very dated now, I'm not gonna lie, but you'll be even more disappointed if you had this generation 3 Series, for example, because it looked identical. 3 Series, 4 Series, so it was in dire need of a refresh, which they have done. But I imagine, again, after a couple of years, it's going to look, they're going to fall behind. I think it's not as nice as the Mercedes already. And again, if you've got a 1 Series, you'll have the same interior in this as you do in the very latest 3 Series, which you'd just be really annoyed if you had the 3 Series. But anyway, there you have it, guys. Do you think I should swap that to the new 1 Series, or I don't know, the A-Class or the Mark 8 Golf? Let me know down in the comments what you think, guys. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.